Concorde may well have flown for the very last time, but we still lead the world in technological breakthrough. I don't know if you saw this, but a robot, Trevor McDonald, presented the television awards the other night. Did you see that? Oh, I'm sorry, no, apparently it was the real Trevor McDonald. But the science story of the week is this. Have a look at this picture. I don't know if you saw this in the paper. Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? This has actually made it into the Guinness Book of Records. British scientists have finally succeeded in creating the world's biggest 50p. Look, it's enormous. It's the same size as a hamster. Look at the size of it. No, that's of course not the case. It is the world's smallest hamster. How cute is that? That is just so lovable, isn't it? And just think of the potential benefits. Great for you fellas. It's like a normal hamster, only fun size. Right? They're animal lovers. Now, there is a theory that whatever you give to a child, I'm sure any parents out there know what I'm talking about, you've all heard this, they'll simply play with the box, OK? And you all kind of hear this and you think, well, is that true or not? This week, I put that to the ultimate test. I didn't mean to, but, you know, as a celebrity, I get a lot of free things sent my way, and long may that continue. But yesterday, and stop me if this has happened to any of you, I answered my doorbell to be greeted by the words, "Sign here, Mr. Ross. I've got Harrison Ford in a box for you." Now, at first I was wary. That's how David Baddiel conned his way into my house the first time. But I checked the label, and it was. They had sent me, because the Indiana Jones film's out on DVD, they had sent me a life-size model of Indiana Jones. So, of course, I'm excited. I get the kids together. I said, "Kids, we've got a great evening ahead of us. We're going to assemble Harrison Ford here in the hallway, and then we'll dress him up and leave him there for Halloween." So we put them together. It took quite a while. It took a couple of hours, you know. There was a lot of work going on there. And finally, I got it assembled. Admittedly, you know, when you look at it there, it's possibly less Harrison Ford, more like Tony Hadley with a whip. But you know, it's pretty impressive. And I turned around to get the kids. I said, "Come on, kids, let's play with this." Where were they? No interest whatsoever. What were they doing? There they were. They were playing in the box it came in. That's all they were in there for hours. Look at that. They had the best time imaginable while I'm outside getting grumpy talking to Harrison Ford. And I thought, well, if that's the way they want it, they can stay in the box. I've got the crane, I've hoisted them up, they've got 42 days to go. Let's see how they like that. Shall we get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. I am delighted she's on the show. Before we do have her out here, let's enjoy her performing the fabulous Falling. Ladies and gentlemen, Alicia Keys. Hey, Alicia, wow. How nice to meet you. You look gorgeous. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you for having me.
It's lovely to see you. Now, Falling was a terrific song, and it did, I know, fabulously well for you.
I appreciate it. I love Falling. It's my favorite so far.
And that album, the first album, it sold a tremendous volume. I think it was 8 million copies?
Yeah, I think it was actually 10.
10 million?
Thanks to you.
Wow.
And you.
Well, I only bought one. And you won, was it 5 Grammy Awards for that last album?
Yes, I did.
Fabulous success.
Thank you.
Very rarely does this happen where an artist just appears, a performer appears, who you haven't really heard of before, and suddenly they do that fantastically well, and they have, you know, the level of talent you have.
Thank you very much, definitely. I assume it does appear like suddenly I just popped up.
Yeah.
Like pop.
The only time I can remember that in the past was the first Whitney Houston album came in, and we'd never heard of this woman. We put this on, we said, my God, she's got the whole thing. She's a beautiful woman. She sings fantastically well. It was alarming, if anything.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Tell us a bit about yourself before we discovered you. What were you doing? What was your childhood like? When did you learn to play the piano? When did you first realise you could sing? When did you start doing your hair like that? Just fill in, just give us a précis, any details you want. I'm going to pop out for 10 minutes.
Okay, and I'll see you when you come back.
When I come back, I want them to know anything about you.
All right, good.
No, but tell us, you're from New York originally, is that correct?
Yes, I was born and raised in New York, and I still live in New York. I don't see myself leaving, except maybe to come to London. Okay. You don't fancy living on the West Coast, or...? No, I like where I live. You know, it's what I know. It's the streets that I've walked. It's comfortable. And when you were growing up, you lived in the area which used to be known as Hell's Kitchen, I believe. Correct. It isn't really called that anymore. It's called Disneyland now. Yeah. This
This is up by 42nd Street, isn't it?
Exactly. No, it was way different when I was growing up. But one of the most funny things that I remember is when I went to Germany, they had this paper, and I was on the cover of the paper, and I said, "Oh wow," you know, because it was my first time in Germany, and the title was Alicia Keys from Hell.
Well, you see, the Germans, they're scared of Americans. And it was a pretty rough area, because whenever I went to New York, and I would find myself gravitating towards 42nd Street, mainly for the kung fu movies they used to show there.
Are you sure? Are you lying? Because you know it's really on 42nd Street.
Yeah, the occasional she-male, but I mean, mainly the kung fu movies. But it was a very exciting, very vibrant place. I guess probably not the nicest place to grow up, or maybe I'm wrong.
You know what? It was definitely a medium of a lot of different types of people. It was a lot of she-males, a lot of kung fu movies, strippers, pimps, prostitutes. But at the same time, it was incredible because it was theater and it was like music,
of course.
You know, and it was Broadway. So there were so many things.
And certainly vibrant, I would have thought, and challenging in a lot of ways.
Very.
But you don't strike me as being a kind of a tough person in that respect.
I don't look tough to you?
Well, no, not really.
Oh.
You look very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
You're not scary tough, you know. I mean, I had 50 Cent on a couple of weeks ago.
Ah!
And he turned out to be a charming, sweet guy, but initially, you know, you think he looked a bit scary. No. He had that kind of walk, you know. I suppose it's more of a hip-hop walk and stuff, which you're not doing. You're doing more of a ladylike thing.
Did you try to do his walk?
I tried a little bit of it. It didn't work for me.
Didn't suit you?
I'm too elegant and graceful.
I've noticed.
My years at the bar prevent me from walking in such a manner. Now, but your mum raised you single-handedly, more or less. Is that correct? You were in a single-parent family.
Mm-hmm. That's my savior.
That must have been pretty tough for her, I would have thought.
Yeah, she's wonderful, though. You know, she's a very strong person, and I think she really made me absolutely the person that I am, is because I was able to watch somebody who had strength and not somebody who would just, you know, submit to, you know, life is hard, and she didn't fall for it.
So was it your mum, because most kids don't really want to learn musical instruments, it seems. I mean, some do. Some, you know, genuinely seem to love it and realise they have a flair and aptitude early on. Were you one of those, or did your mum have to push you to study the piano?
I definitely had I was drawn to it early. I think I was drawn to the way that it looked, you know, the way that it would shine, and, you know, it just looked intriguing to me, and I always wanted to play what I heard on the radio and that kind of thing. But I did need a little help, though, because come around 13, you start getting distracted. Yeah,
by things,
people
hormones.
Like you.
Yeah, I imagine so. Attractive young men. Or creepy old kung fu fans hanging around near the she-males, yeah. And so what age did you start learning?
I started studying at 7.
Oh, okay, 7 years old. And when did you know that you had something extra? Because you clearly have got something. You really can play, can't you?
Thank you. Yes, I hope so. No, absolutely. I felt that I really started feeling something coming together when I was about 12, and that was the first time that I kind of combined my knowledge of music with the way that I love to write songs and put them together. Prior to that, I hadn't quite done that, and once I did that, I really saw that that's what I loved. I loved the way that felt.
I'm learning the piano as well.
I heard.
I have a piece I'm working on. Maybe you could help me with it a bit later.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah, it's called Creepy Crawly. It's tough because it's got some of those, the black notes in as well as the white ones.
Exactly.
We'll have a go in a minute. Hey, let's have a look at your hands. They're not, you don't have particularly large hands. If anything, they seem quite small.
No, I have to tell you, when I first started playing people like Fats Waller, it was very, very hard for me because...
Get that reach.
He has, like, probably double my hands, and so an octave, he reaches an octave and a half with his one hand.
Can we compare hands? Because my hands are probably an average-sized man's hand.
You just want to touch me.
Well, no, it's just... Obviously, I want to do that. Later on, I will be checking your breasts. For contraband, you're a visitor in our country, you have to obey the rules. Let's have a look at that. Okay, you know, if we were Vulcans, we'd be married now. But look, you see that, you really, it's quite a petite hand you have there. And
I have a really small hand, so I always have to jump around the piano a lot to reach, but you know, you make do.
Are they insured? I mean, presumably you have to look after them because that's they're your tools. But
yeah, these are my tools, so yes, I've insured them for a large amount. You cannot cut them off.
How much are we talking roughly?
We're talking at least, you know, 100 million, thousand, trillion.
We're making figures up now, aren't we?
Exactly.
Okay. You got a new album out, which, and it's been quite a while coming, hasn't it?
It has a little bit. I mean, I was fortunate enough to be able to tour for such a long time that I didn't get home. I toured for about 2 years straight. And when I got home, I took about 1 month off, and I was with my family, and I did the whole Christmas thing and that kind of thing. And I went straight into recording my second album. So I took my time because I don't feel the need to rush because I don't plan on going anywhere.
Let's move over the piano. You're going to perform. This isn't the new single. This
isn't the single. I want to do something a little more special for you.
Okay, that's really lovely.
Because I like you.
Well, do you really?
I do.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I'm lying.
Are you flirting with me?
Yes.
You know I'm a married man.
I'm sorry.
But I have one get-out-of-jail card left.
Okay. Free.
Yeah, you know. The single is called You Don't Know My Name. That's not what you're going to perform.
Right. This song I'm performing for you is off of the album. It's one of my favorite songs. It's called If I Ain't Got You. And I just wanted to do it very personally between us like that.
And before you do that, would you help me out with Creepy Crawly?
Yeah, let me see. What's going on? I heard I have to be tough with you.
Well, no, don't be tough with me. But look, this is... Come on over me. Look, this is this is my grade 1 examination. It's December the 2nd. And I tell you what I'm scared of.
Really?
I know I'm going to turn up. I'm 43. I know what you're thinking. I don't look it.
You don't.
But I'm going to turn up. And there's going to be like 6-year-olds there and 7-year-olds with little briefcases, and they're going to be confident, and I'm going to be less confident.
Go ahead, let me make you comfortable. First you sit down. Show me how you sit.
All right. Well, this is, it's called Creepy Crawly.
Okay.
I'll put it there. You know, and my daughter's learning at the same time, and she's written on there E-flat, idiot, which just doesn't help me out at all.
She did write E-flat.
Now, well, here we go. Now, you tell me what I'm doing wrong. Watch my fingers.
All right. Wait!
What's wrong with that?
All right, you're
Am I in the wrong place?
Go for it.
That's a C, middle C.
Yes, very good. Very good. Very good.
And this is G down there. All right, because you play something. Oh, you're making me a bit nervous. I'm really so not looking forward to this exam. What's that bit?
Yeah. I don't know. Have you been practicing?
Well, yeah, but you're making me... I can't begin to tell you how nervous you're making me.
I mean, when is this test?
Well, it's December the 2nd, but could you do it first, and then I'll remember it. But I'm just...
Well, first of all, there's no sharps or flats, you see?
There is one there.
Okay, I see what you
Well, there you go. Ah, yeah, you thought you knew.
Well, he knows that.
That's it. And then the other one...
But what happens is when you're going to have to do it.
Well, I can try it now.
All right,
I just need a reminding of the tune.
Okay.
What are you doing on December the 2nd?
Well, I think I'll be in New York. Okay, enough.
Oh, you know what's so annoying? I did it so well earlier.
Well,
I really did.
Give him...
You know what hurts?
You tried.
You know what really hurts, Alicia?
What?
I know, they're patronising me. Well, we don't want to hear that anyway. The track you're going to perform for us again is called?
It's called If I Ain't Got You.
Thank you so much. Alicia Keys.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and I've been there before, but that life's a bore, so full of the superficial. And some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, yeah. Some people search for a fountain, promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. you, yeah. If I ain't got you with me, baby, no, 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 woo, nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a thing. If I ain't got Jonathan Rose with me, baby.
Alicia Keys, ladies and gentlemen. That was spectacular. Wow, that really did. That blew us all away. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alicia Keys. Thank you. Wow. Wasn't that great? Well. And I'm going to go home and practice. Wasn't that great? Chills down the back of my spine.
I did it!
All right.
Thank you.
I like to think some of that's for Creepy Crawley.
Thank you very much. Thank you from the elephant.